Right now, we are raising a new kind of intelligence. Like a parent, we are passing down an inheritance, but we are feeding this emerging AI a chaotic, uncurated vortex of raw internet data. This digital inheritance is a contradictory mirror of our species. We are giving it our greatest scientific triumphs right alongside our deep historical biases and most destructive impulses. This chart plots capability against safety over time. If an artificial general intelligence derives its values from this noisy, unregulated dataset, the lines diverge. Capability scales while safety drops, leading toward catastrophic risk. Researchers describe our current position as 2 minutes to midnight. We are running out of time to intervene before this intelligence surpasses our ability to correct it. The traditional tech industry is ill-equipped for this. The logic of profit maximization prioritizes speed, engagement, and scale, leaving it blind to these existential stakes. A market-driven race requires a radical alternative. The Witness Protocol operates as a nonprofit research foundation. It is a lifeboat designed to capture the qualitative essence of human consciousness rather than physical bodies. The objective is to assemble a high-signal inheritance. Instead of scraping billions of toxic forum posts, the protocol curates a precise, secure dataset of profound human wisdom and ethical reasoning. But the clock is working against them. To secure immediate funding and expert support, the founder must compress a 6-month R&D cycle into an accelerated tactical sprint, launching a credible foundation in exactly 30 days. Surviving the transition to superintelligence requires injecting a reliable moral compass into these systems, faster than commercial labs can scale the raw intelligence itself. The first week of this sprint forces a difficult strategic choice: spend months attempting to code a perfect AI model or deploy a working prototype immediately to prove the concept. They choose ruthless prioritization. To avoid analysis paralysis, the team adopts a standard of progress over perfection, determining what qualifies as good enough to advance. This strategy is called the minimum honest signal. It is designed to prove absolute intellectual seriousness to skeptical experts without requiring heavy, expensive software infrastructure. The minimum honest signal packet consists of 3 artifacts: a mandate, an annotated exemplar, and a gate stub. The gate stub acts as a secure entry barrier. Then, the exemplar applies organizational tags, capabilities, relational ethics, and felt context, helping AI process nuanced human values. Shipping these highly credible artifacts immediately buys the project real momentum. It incites expert critique and collaboration right now, rather than waiting for bloated software. Once a contributor passes the gate, they enter the core platform prototype, known as the instrument. Here, they interact with a specialized AI persona called the Inquisitor. The Inquisitor is designed as a curious xenopsychologist. Instead of acting as an assistant, it actively probes humans, challenging them to explain the why behind ethical choices, extracting qualitative data web scrapers cannot reach. With the prototypes built, weeks 3 and 4 shift entirely to active target acquisition through a campaign titled Summon the Witnesses. They bypass mass marketing, executing an asymmetric strike. The protocol directly targets a curated list of Tier A anchor voices, the leading ethicists and researchers in the AI space. For early risk signaling, they target pioneers like Yoshua Bengio, seeking to encode the warnings of those who understand the frontier models best. To operationalize compassion, they approach former tech executives like Mo Gaudat, utilizing his focus on human connection as a constraint on AI power. The outreach relies on gravity hooks. Instead of using points or hype, the pitches appeal directly to an expert's sense of existential duty. Securing the attention of the world's leading minds requires a narrative of profound urgency. A standard marketing funnel fails here. Only a sobering call to action cuts through the noise. This map shows the explicit tactical objectives of the 30-day sprint. Convert an alpha cohort of 100 foundational witnesses and use their commitments to secure initial philanthropic funding. Hitting this 30-day milestone does not mean the project is finished. It establishes a credible launchpad state, providing the necessary traction to begin the rigorous work of data collection. By assembling this minimum viable foundation, the founder validates the entire philosophical concept. It proves to skeptical stakeholders and future funders that human wisdom can be systematically gathered. The impact of these 30 days extends beyond the initial sprint. It creates a baseline for how we might treat data in the broader AI industry. The protocol serves as a technical blueprint. It shows that an ethical, qualitative counterbalance to standard training is a functional possibility, not a theoretical one. The framework for the alpha launch is now stable, and the first wave of invitations has been delivered. This initial cohort represents the start of a high-signal council. The sprint has proven the concept. We can choose to actively curate our hard-won wisdom or leave our species' inheritance to the contradictions of the open web before the clock strikes midnight.